GW, we just want to ask you your thoughts on the fact that Leeds United have hired Thomas Christiansen as head coach in real life.
What, you mean this isn't real life? Hey everyone, and welcome back to Life at Leeds with me, GWFM. We're on episode 48, and in all seriousness, I'm not entirely sure about this Christiansen guy. I would imagine he's going to be alright, but jury's out at the minute. He's, well, I'm going to say a relative unknown, but it really is an unknown. Like, there's a quote I saw earlier on from someone on Twitter. It's bad when you've got to Google who your manager is. That's exactly what we've been doing. Still a million degrees, still getting affected by hay fever, but we're going to try and battle on. Had a few little issues trying to set up the green screen again, so hopefully it's sorted out. But if any things do appear, I do apologise. And I did forget to ask actually last time. Let us know what you think in the comments below. What you think of the new green screen effect thing that I'm doing and trying to get backdrops in and things like that. Anyway, and into the episode, and today we've got games against Ludogrets in the Europa League and West Ham, both away from home just before the international break, so that's why I've chosen those games in particular. So just going into what's happened since. We had a game after Southampton against Liverpool at Anfield. Unfortunately, we did lose 2-1 with Juan Piet and Andre Gomez putting us to the sword. Chicken Handle's getting an instant reply, but Timo Horn made a couple of saves. Remember, former man, of course, former play syndrome in full effect right there. And it was an even game. It could have gone either way. It just turned out to go Liverpool's way. Followed up with a game at home against today's opponents, Ludogrets, and we just destroyed them. They didn't even have a single shot on goal, so this is going to be a fun life come, isn't it? But yeah, I think we had 30 chances to their 0. Could only score 4 goals, 4 different scores, which is very pleasing indeed. And yeah, we moved into the next game against Everton, which was largely disappointing. Danny Welbeck is apparently the best player on the game. It's proven fact. You know, you could say that Everton, for some reason, 17th position at this point. Hacks Danny Welbeck, just scores at every opportunity. And Xherdan Shaqiri getting a goal as well. Kyle Watt and Anthony Green trying to make us have a bit of a comeback, but it wasn't going to happen this time. Isaac just got a minor injury. And then probably the toughest game to watch, really, because there was no highlights at all, hardly. And it actually took a Christian Eriksen free kick who came off the bench, as well did Eriksen, to settle it. He came off the bench and scored pretty much 2 minutes later, so that was very pleasing. And we were through to the next round, the 4th round, which is against, I'm pretty sure it's been drawn. Stoke should be on here somewhere, but they're not. But that's who we've got. We've got Stoke. And then lastly, we played Bournemouth, who were 3rd in the league at the time. And what a game this was! 7-4. Just going to show that the amount of goals that this tactic scores and concedes. Mentioned before the game that Jordan Rhodes always scores past us, and he did once again. But goals from Pereira, a hat-trick from Marcus Graf, who was starting to find his feet. Clough getting a goal, and Gabriel and Arter with an absolute screamer. Check this shiz out. It's speckling at the minute for some reason. It seems to have stopped, but check this out. Arter, boom, against his former team as well. What a goal. Absolutely ridiculous against his former team. That was very pleasing, and obviously the end result was as well. But like I said, today we've got games against Ludogrets and West Ham. There's been no other transfer activity or anything, no other news, apart from Anthony Green got the young player of the month. Anyway, they don't have a manager for some reason. The captain is this guy, Diakov, however you want to pronounce it. He's a defensive midfielder. Looks decent, just got no pace. He's 36 years old, so that's probably got something to do with it. But yeah, very handy otherwise. The vice-captain is Vladislav Stoyanov. I think I've done well with that pronunciation. Pretty good goalkeeper, to be fair, looking at him. Especially for the bottom-end Premier League sort of level. 1-1 to 17, that's exceptional. But yeah, otherwise, it's just goalkeeper, command of area and all that. That's not the best. And he's actually the key player as well, so in for an interesting game today. But obviously we've beaten them 4-0 at home. They didn't have a single chance on goal. Let's see what happens. See if that's going to happen once again. So the team for today's game is going to be Rajkovic in goal with Big Ken at right back, De Silva at left back with Ongwene and Veltman in the middle of defence. We're going to go with Arter in goal, Eriksson alongside him, Andre Green getting a rare opportunity on the left, Eunice on the right with Isaac and Chiquinandos, who were both rested for the Bournemouth game. They're coming into the starting lineup. All these, aren't we? I just realised I haven't been doing that, and I really should have been doing it, really. You know, especially when I've got the Leeds badge on. But yeah, let's kick some ass and chew some bubblegum.
Today's game is brought to you live from the Ludogrets arena. It's PSC Ludogrets Razgrad against Leeds United FC. Right, so I'm just fighting against the speckles that keep coming on the screen. But I'm going to go out there and carry on, carry on where you finished last match, because we did absolutely exceptionally well. And hopefully we get a bit of reaction. Just should be a straightforward game, this. We'll have to wait and see. But stranger things have happened. We've lost to bottom of the league and 17th in the league, so it's going to be incredibly tough to take if we were to lose this game. So there's an early highlight here, and Diakov's just scored. What the hell happened there? First chance of both games against us, and they scored. So famous last words, G. It was a quick free kick. Wanderson found Barabia. Bit of an error there from the defender, just let it go through. And he looks miles off, didn't he? Miles off. I'm not convinced that a defender got a touch, so it's an instant highlight. Hopefully it's going to bode well. We're going to finish up with a goal from I don't know, probably Chiquinandos. You know, hopefully we'll have to wait and see. But De Silva's running down the line and getting tackled. They're obviously up for this game because they got spanked 4-0 at Ellen Road. And Gwynny just lets him shoot. Right, is there a chance here? Just before, well, I was going to say about a quarter of the game gone, but it's not really a quarter of the game. Approaching quarter of the game. Or the game. It looks like Eriksson's going to morph into position for this free kick, which is exceptional talent. And he chips it in, and then Gwynny will lose it on the header, but it's played back in towards Isaac, and Isaac scores. Come on, get his team. Gets the equaliser. Settles any nerves that I might have had. Probably didn't have it, really, if I'm being honest. But yeah, played it in. It's headed away to start off with, and then first time, volleyed cross. Isaac peels away from his man. Dive in despair from the goalkeeper. Right, Wanderson with a corner, whips it in. It's headed away by Veltman. And Eriksson does win the ball ahead of Wanderson. And plays a delightful ball to Andre Green now. He's on the left-hand side. Got an itch on my nose, and it's going to have to wait. Chiquinandos plays it for Isaac. Oh, what a save from Stoyanov. What a save. Right, corner to be taken by Andre Green. Whips it in towards Eunice. It's headed away by Genchev. Now Eriksson will pick up the loose ball. And he'll play it square to Arter. Arter, who had a decent game last time out. Isaac finds Eunice. Across to Andre Green. He crosses in. Well, I think it was a cross. It might have been a shot, to be honest. Right, Stoyanov clears away towards Wanderson, but Big Ken is there, the tank that he is, and he finds Eunice. Eunice now squares it to Eriksson. Have a go, mate. You can score from there. You have done before. Green has a go instead, and he just shows him how to do it, Andre Green. Pass it to Eriksson. Get out way. Bang. And yeah, fantastic stuff. Nice little square ball. Eriksson, I'm thinking, hit it. You got the space there. One touch to set himself, and then bang. To be fair, it's straight to the goalkeeper. Another reason why goalkeepers are crap on this game, but it's not as bad as some. There's another instant highlight, but now we're winning 2-1, so I cannot complain at all in the slightest. Campanharo, what a name that is. Barabia knocks it down the line, but Ongwene is there, and it should be an attack as a result of us retaining the ball. Arter plays it forward to Chiquinandos, who cushions it down for Isaac. Now it's Andre Green coming in the field, looking for options. He's got one running down the line in the shape of Big Kenny, who eventually gets it after winning the ball. After Green lost it, but now it's Chiquinandos, feeds it through for Green. Good little save from Stoyanov and held it as well. Big Ken has a throw deep in the Ludogrets half. Now Genchev, who robs Eunice of the ball and kicks it all the way to halfway, but it's intercepted well by Ongwene. Now Big Ken finds Arter. Square to Eriksson. Now it's Isaac for Sambal to Chiquinandos. Veltman is there once again, and De Silva has it now. Showing improvements as well, I have to say, as Chiquinandos scores for us. Come on. Yeah, he's got a lot of greenery recently as De Silva with his improvements basically.
training wise. But yeah, De Silva just chipped it down the line, right footed as well, to be fair. And Andrea Green having a storming game, getting a goal and now an assist. Cheeky Nando's near post, low cross, says calm it down boys. Hey, calm down. And yeah, we're winning 3-1 at half time, which is fantastic. I'm going to say don't get complacent, gain some focus on some of the players, get back out there, kick some ass, continue in that vein of form, if you like. I believe we'll be on 10 points, which should see us with enough points to get through to the knockout stages of the Europa League. Campanaro, Genchev, Diakov, square to Barabia. Campanaro once again plays it square to Genchev, who's got forward into a little bit of space. Closed down quite well, and eventually gives the ball away to Big Ken. Chicanando's got options left and right, and in front of him. He opts to go in front of him. Probably the wrong option in my opinion, but now it's Arta. Ericsson first time ball to Nando's. Feeds it through for Eunice, who should score. No, it's been fouled instead, so it says nil in for as good as a goal. All the speckles just appeared on the screen again. I do apologise. I'm going to have a look into what is causing it. But anyway, it is going to be, I want to say it's Cheeky Nando's taking a penalty. I could be wrong. Might be Isaac actually. Left footer. Cheeky Nando's. Come on, lad. Smashes it. Don't mind calling him lad. I feel like a right old man saying that. But yeah, Cheeky Nando's runs into the corner, celebrates his 10th goal of the season, and yeah, it's pretty much game over, isn't it, really? Simple penalty. Bottom left-hand corner. Well, right-hand corner as we look at it. Cheeky Nando's squares to Isaac. Isaac squares it to Andrew Green. Is in space, and that should be 5. It is. It's 5-1. Great performances from the lads, and I really can't complain. Isaac got it here, squared it across to Andrea Green, thinking he's going to shoot, drew 2 defenders across, and they're queuing up in the box. Can't really say fairer than that. We're going to score goals at every chance there. It's actually a hat-trick for Cheeky Nando's. So I'm just going to make some changes here. Andrea Green's going to come on for Ericsson, and Zakler's going to come on for Isaac. It's just a case of resting players now. As Angela charges forward and straight into Ongwene. Square to Arta, now it's Eunice. Forward it goes to Cheeky Nando's. Finds Isaac and then plays it through for Green, who has a shot, hit the post, and then the keeper somehow thought it was going to be another fail of the week then. And finally I'm just going to bring on Graf for Nando's, just basically for the sake of giving him a round of applause really, because 5-1 we're not going to lose this game, we're going to be staying top of the table, and hopefully, who knows, maybe Athenosis or whatever they're called. I think they got beat 7-2 last time against Celta Vigo, so I'm not holding out much hope that they're going to get a win against them. But you never know, stranger things have happened. That's a nice little 1-2 with Clough, considering that he didn't really know much about it. Eunice is in the penalty area, shoots near post. Keeper should be doing better than that, but that's 6-1, and that is a fantastic move, I want to say, because it was, apart from like the dodgy, like that, well, it wasn't that actually that, but it was the 1-2 with the slide tackle. Bit strange, but yeah, Eunice near post, keeper just gone, he's got to kick something like he's stamping on something. I'm trying to think of a football player that's stamped on another football player at some point, but I can't think of anyone at this moment in time. But that is 6-1, fantastic result for the lads, that pretty much sends us through to the next round. So let's have a look at the table. Celta Vigo won 2-0, so that means that they're on 7 points. They can still pip us to top spot, but that means we are definitely through to knockout rounds. So can't be happier really. We had obviously the early blip against Anorthosi, still can't say, but they've had 2 draws. They drew against us and Celta Vigo last time out actually. So maybe I was incorrect. Maybe I saw Celta Vigo beat someone else 7-2. No idea. But on to the next game against West Ham. Welcome back to the second game, and we have, of course, got West Ham, who are managed by Pochettino. How the mighty have fallen. He's a very, very good manager. I really like this guy. He's worked wonders at Spurs since taking over. I think everyone were a bit sceptical over him when he left Southampton. He was obviously a decent manager, but he got the job at Southampton when Nigel Atkins should have been staying there after what he did. Was a bit of a shock, but anyway, he's a top manager. Winston Reid is the captain, who obviously is 32 years old now. He's going to be on the decline in terms of physicals, but still decent defender. 18 tackling, and obviously bravery and aggression is 17 as well. So he's going to be one to look out for. Luan is the vice captain. He's centre back as well. Not amazing. I'd say all of our centre-backs are probably slightly better than him. The exception of Nguyen, who was far better. And a key player is Reece Oxford. He is still improving as well, 21 years old. And he looks. I had him at Eastleigh on my FM16 save, if anyone remembers that. And he looks a lot better than what he was on this time last year. Put it that way. Marking's very good. Strength is like an animal. So yeah, he's going to be probably a tough cookie to crack. So hopefully we can do a number on him and get a result. And the team to try and do just that is going to be Rajkovic in goal. We've got Big Ken at right back, an unfit Veltman at centre back alongside Nguyen. That's because Serge Campos is on international duty like a couple of days before everyone else. God knows why, but it sucks a massive dick. Then we've got Jose Gaya on the left side of defence. And then we've got Lerma and Father Gabriel in the middle of the park, with Pereira on the right, Watt on the left, and Graf partnering Cheeky Nando's, who got a hat-trick last time out, so I'm keeping faith with him being in the complete forward role and trying Graf in the false 9 role. Let's see what happens. Come on, boys. Today's game is brought to you live from the London Stadium. It's West Ham United FC against Leeds United FC. So I forgot to mention that we're actually 9th in the league at the minute. Results haven't been great. I'm just going to say carry on, but it doesn't seem to have G'd them up that much. Hopefully, just a little bit of faith will get them going in the right direction. Let's see if we can get a result with a couple of unfit players in the squad, particularly defenders. But West Ham are going to be a tough team to beat here. I'm pretty sure that we've had a lot of high-scoring draws, if I remember rightly, from when I was doing my highlights packages. Hopefully, you know, who knows? Maybe it can be a high-scoring game as long as we're on the receiving end of a win. Right, early chance perhaps. Pereira with the corner, whips it high towards the back post, and Merling claims the ball well, and it's going to look to start a West Ham attack with a long kick downfield, but it's gone straight to Gaya, filling in at centre back temporarily. Now it's with Big Ken, all the way back to Rajkovic it goes. Long kick forward. It's headed on by Lerma to Father Gabriel. Nice little cheeky back heel to find Lerma, who finds Graf. And it's a bit of a poor ball on Haksabanovic. I think that's a pretty good first attempt at that name. Does well, but Ongwani tidies up once again. Cheeky Nando's loses out in the air to Ogbonna, who's a tank in his own right. And he's won it again, this time to find Ward Prowse. So it's Haksabanovic. That's really a hard name. As Faguli crosses in, Caleri's there, 1-0, 3 minutes on the clock, not even that, and 1-0 down, and Caleri's already scored. And they've got a history of scoring early goals. I seem to remember going 2-0 down within 4 minutes one time and coming back to draw 4-4. But Faguli with the cross, Caleri nipping in between two defenders to put us to the sword. Fantastic start. Not. Right, West Ham have a highlight here. Well, starting with them anyway. Tellez down the line to Payet, who's still there. Obviously, we're still on the original vanilla Football Manager, so that's why he's still there. Luan's made a run down the right hand side, not been tracked, and Faguli plays it in. It's cleared away by Nguyen. Now it's Watt. What can they do? They can find Graf down the line, who's charging forward now on the left hand side, looking for options. He's got two in the box. Finds Cheeky Nando's. He hasn't scored. I thought it was a carbon copy of the one he scored against Ludogrets, but apparently not. Ludogrets, you just want to say ludicrous, don't you? Luda! Oh, Lerma's fouled. I thought we got a penalty there. Never mind. Pereira is on the ball, wide right. He can cross in here. He can find a space. He can't cross in. Cheeky Nando's heads it against the bar. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Right, Ogbonna starts a highlight for West Ham. Payet now on the ball. Chips it forward, and Gwenny is there. Yet another yellow card. And it's now played in field to Father Gabriel's got it under control. Plays it forward to Graf, who's come deep. Now it's Cheeky Nando's. First time out to Pereira. Get a shot away, mate. It does. Oh, it's a cross, but Watt scores at the back post. Get in, boys. Back in the game. 25 minutes gone. And all to play for. Yeah, nice little first time ball from Cheeky Nando's. The tackle was missed by the left back. Pereira thought he'd had a shot, but he actually played it. A neat ball to Watt at the back post. Right, another highlight. 30 minutes gone. And Veltman's on the ball, finds Lerma. Looks to go forward towards Cheeky Nando's, finds him. Cheeky Nando's now can find Graf. It's come very deep, now it's Cheeky Nando's once more. The two strikers very deep. 4 players, it felt like, beyond him. But Gaya's now, the furthest one forward, has a shot on him early, makes a save. He didn't get many chances, didn't Gaya, but that's the first highlight I think he's had. And that was the last chance of the half. So, you know, it's nicely poised. I'm going to say unlucky because we have been unlucky. We've hit the post, we've had 2 clear-cut chances, and we've only scored the 1 goal. The keeper's made an absolutely worldy of a save to deny cheeky Nando's, and I'm thinking hopefully it's going to be us that's going to get the breakthrough to go ahead and get the winner here, because there's only been us likely since they got their early goal. I'm just hoping that that's going to come to fruition, but knowing my luck, it probably won't, as development heads away. Probably just opening highlight syndrome where nothing happens and you just commentate it anyway. This Graf gets the ball. Now it's cheeky Nando's. The highlight hasn't finished. What a challenge from Bonner, by the way. And then Thompson can charge forward with it. Caleria, it looks like it could be a West Ham highlight, another early goal in the beginning of a half. And Thompson plays the first time ball. Look at that. Haksabanovic. Said. Let's go with Said. Can't believe it. What have I just said at half time and just like, it's just a kiss of death. Thompson with a neat first time ball. How can he dive forwards like that? You can't dive like that. The physics is just ridiculous. But we've got instant highlight, which means it could be an instant goal. Hopefully it'll go our direction in terms of our favour. Father Gabriel's on the ball and finds Watt, the goal scorer, and Graf's in behind. Can he get a shot away? It's a terrible, terrible, terrible effort. Miles wide, no idea why he was shooting from there. There's another highlight again. Ward-Prowse. We don't deserve to be losing this game at all at this moment in time, but it looks like it could be a chance for them as Caleri's clean through, 3-1. What I gotta do to get a win in the league. Don't know what that kind of sounded like, a quiet hee hee, but never mind. Pyatt. Nice little ball. First one touch to set himself and play it through for Caleri. First time shot, bottom corner. Devastation. Got it all to do. Another instant highlight though. Come on now, lads. We need an instant reply. It must have been like a sportsmanship kick out of play because no one tried to get that ball. They're playing in triangles around us now. Haksabanovic and Said. Caleri coming forward now. He's only got one option. He tries to find him. Big Ken is there. That's Rajkovic, kicks it long. It's straight to Thompson. Ward-Prowse on it once more. Tellez chips down the line to Payet, who must be about 806 years old now. Finds how has that got through to Faguli? And we're losing 4-1. How did that get through to Faguli? How? Just how? How has he come away with that ball and toe-pinged it into back at net? What a crock of shit this is. I've just aggressively told him to show some chuffing passion because this is absolutely dog shite. Graf, get a goal back, mate. Oh, just hit the post, that's good too. I think we hit the post more than any other team, it has to be said. Making all 3 changes. Eunice coming on for Kyle Watt, Zach Clough, Marcus Graf, and Christian Eriksen, Father Gabriel, just to see if we can actually create some chuffing chances in this half that's actually going to go in the back of the net. Can't believe this. Not a single highlight after that. What was the point of making changes? What is the point of making changes? 20 minutes to go, you make all 3 changes, including some that can take free kicks, and you're thinking, well, surely you're going to get at least a chance to maybe try and get us into the game and make it a bit nervy for them. But no, we're going to get beat, and for some reason we can't win in the league at the minute. We're going to have a look at the table in a minute, and I'm going to be aggressive because that was absolutely shocking, and I'm absolutely well pissed off with that. Because now we're ninth, look, we've lost more than what we've won. We've still scored more goals than what we've conceded, but we've conceded 25 goals. That's the most in the entire league. Most in the league. We've scored 30, which is the most in the league, but we've conceded the most. Can't say it's not entertaining, but chuff me. 15 points, with 13 points off the top of the league. You know, 4th is Bournemouth. Enough whining. Let's get to the end of the video. I'm going to come back for the Stoke quarter-final of the League Cup and Fulham. That's the games we're going to come back for. It's just it's a potential chance of silverware again, which is kind of uncanny. But as I look at the table, I mean, it's just so disappointing, and it's increasingly looking like we're going to be looking at Champions League qualification through winning the Europa League. And there's going to be some really good teams entering at some point as soon as the Champions League stages are decided. But that's what we're going to be doing, and yeah, hopefully you can join us, like I said, for the quarter-final of the League Cup. So that is it, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, why not press that like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to check out my fail of the week / fortnight / month. It's going to be fortnight at the minute, eventually going to fail of the week because of the submissions. Hopefully you can check that out, and yeah, hopefully like I say, you'll join us for the game against Stoke in the League Cup quarter-final, as well as the game against Fulham in the league. Hopefully get back on track in the league and actually start to get some results and get back up that table, because it's not good enough at the minute, and it's very concerning. But until next time, hopefully you can join us, and until then, I'll see you then. Bye bye.